1. The departure of St. John of the Golden Gospel. On this day, St. John, the author of the Golden Gospel, departed. This saint was born in the city of Rome. His father was a rich man whose name was Atrophius. His father gave him a copy of the Gospel of St. John written in letter of gold and bought it with, and won with a golden cover. From this he was generally known as John of the Golden Gospel. John rejoiced exceedingly with his gift. A monk who was on his way to Jerusalem came to visit his father's house. John asked the monk to take him with him. The monk told him that he was going to Jerusalem and not to the monastery. He also told him that he was young and could not endure the rough life that the monks practiced. Nevertheless, John was sincere in his attention, so he embarked on a ship without telling anyone to the monastery of that monk. When the abbot saw him, he refused to accept him because of his young age, and explained to him that the monastic life was difficult for one like him. John pleaded with him, and when the abbot saw his warm intention and strong conviction, he accepted him. He shaved his head and arrayed him in the holy garb of the monastic life. John devoted himself to the ascetic life with many worships. The abbot often advised him, saying, "Have pity on yourself and do as the rest of the brethren." But John used to answer, saying, "The power of God and your prayer support me." 7 years later, he saw in a vision who told him, "Rise and go to your parents, that you might receive their blessings before your departure from this world." This vision was repeated on 3 consecutive nights, and he told the abbot about it. The abbot told him that this was from God and advised him to go to see his parents. When he left the monastery, he found a poor man wearing ragged garments. He took them from him and gave him his own monk's garb. When he arrived at his father's house, he lived for 3 years near the door of the house in a small hut made of straw. He ate during this time the ramen from his father's table which the servants threw to him. Whenever his mother passed by him, she was disgusted by his meal and the appearance of his clothes. When his departure drew near, Lord made it known to him that after 3 days he would depart from this world. Saint John sent and called his mother, without telling her that he was her son, and made her swear to bury him in that hut with whatever clothes he had on. Then he gave her the golden gospel and said to her, "Whenever you read it, remember me." When his father returned to the house, he showed him the gospel, and immediately he recognized that it was the golden it was the gospel of his son. They came in haste to St. John and asked him about the gospel and about their son. He asked them to assure him that they would not bury him except in the clothes that had they had that they had on that he had on, and then he told them that he was their son. They wept they wept with a great weeping. With the nobles of the city of Rome heard that, they gathered to see this righteous monk. After 3 days he departed, and his mother clothed him with the clothes that she had prepared for his wedding day before he went to the monastery. Thereupon she fell sick, and her husband remembered the oath that they had given. Immediately he removed the clothes of his son and with the clothed him with the old rag cloth that he had on, and buried him in the hut in which he had lived. Many miracles were manifested from his body. Then they built a church in his name and placed his body in it. May the grace be with us. Amen. On this day also was the too. On this day also was the arrival of the holy relics of Saint George the Great Martyr to his church in Cairo. a monk called Father Marcus, who was the hegumen and abbot of El Qualamon Monastery, used to visit the villages and the cities every year to visit the Christians. One night, while he was visiting someone in one of the villages he used to visit, he saw St. George Cawagios in a vision, who told him, "Take my body from the woman that will be coming to you tomorrow and place it in my church that is in Old Cairo." On the next day, a woman came to him and told him that she had a box that her father had brought before he is dead from the church of St. George in Palestine. This fulfilled the vision, and he went with her and examined the box. Then he went to Pope Gabriel, the Pope, and told him that about the vision and the box. Immediately, the Pope rose up and took with him the priests and deacons and went to where the box was. After they took the blessings of the holy relics and gave some money to the Roman. They carried the box in a venerable celebration. They brought it to the church of St. George in Old Cairo, where many signs were manifested from it. May his praise be with us, and glory be to God forever. Amen.